Stephen Curry gets mad after adult fan took shoes he gave to a child. Stephen Curry is arguably the most popular basketball player amongst kids right now, as his shooting stroke has inspired a generation of fans in the last decade who idolize him. Curry often gives away his worn shoes to young fans attending games, which is what he did after the Golden State Warriors defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 113-103 on Saturday night. Unfortunately, an adult fan tried taking the shoes from the kid, prompting Curry to yell into the stands to ensure the shoes were returned to the fan he gave them to. You've got to be a genuine lowlife as an adult if you try taking shoes from a kid at a basketball game. I'm surprised the fans in attendance didn't help the kid retrieve that prized possession when a grown man tried taking them from him. Thankfully, Curry saw the moment transpire and managed to stop it. Curry put up 31 points, 10-21 FG, and 10 assists in that win over the Timberwolves, bouncing back from arguably the worst game of his career by keeping the Warriors on track to be a playoff franchise. They need to trick off a winning streak now, having lost 9 of their last 12 games, as they sit at 0-7 in the West. Warriors looking to make more moves. The Warriors are trying to make their team more sustainable outside Curry, as he can't carry the team's offensive load single-handedly at 36 years old. There are games where Steve simply can't be the only answer to an opponent. So Golden State has been searching the trade market aggressively for a star teammate. They've already added a rotational player to the roster with their acquisition of Dennis Schroder from the Brooklyn Nets, although Schroder isn't enough of an offensive force to be considered a valid second option next to Curry. The team's pursuit of Paul George and Lauri Markkanen failed over the summer, but it might have been a blessing in disguise given the poor seasons both forwards are having. They're currently heavily rumored to make a trade for Jimmy Butler and are considered the only likely destination for Lebron James if the forward were to request a trade mid-season. Warriors fans lamented Klay Thompson for most of last season, but his 17.9 pick average last year would be higher than any non-Curry Warrior this season, proving that their attempt at replacing Klay through depth hasn't worked out perfectly yet. If the Warriors can package those depth pieces like Buddy Hield and Kyle Anderson alongside Jonathan Kuminga, if they're willing to trade him, to add more pieces, the decision to move on from Klay will look great. But the Warriors right now are still missing a shot maker alongside Curry, which they'll look to acquire in the market.